Hello everyone, so now we are going to do another lab. We are going to deploy the checkpoint firewall as a bridge mode. Why you need bridge mode means, like example, if you have the complex routing, if your deployment having the complex routing and you don't want to change anything, then what you can do, if you put your firewall in between the network, subnet will change. Already you know that one. What I mean, let me show you. Example here, imagine you have one switch here. I will give a small example. You have one switch here. It is connecting to one more switch here. And you have some server, we can say here, I will say this is server or router. Let me say like this is a SRV1 and this is a SRV2, server 1, server 2, this is a server 3, and here you have the end devices, okay, and all are having the same subnet, so they are using the same subnet. Example, this PC is having like 192.168.1.1, this one is having 1.2, this one is having 1.3, this one is having 1.4, and this one 1.5, 1.6. If you deploy the firewall here, any firewall, not only checkpoint, you can deploy any firewall, because we are deploying this firewall in like a layer 3 device. So here you will assign the different subnet IP and other interface of the firewall. You will assign the different interface, whatever the interface you have here. If E0 is E1, so both interface you should not use the same subnet. Already we know that one. In the layer 3 device we cannot assign the IP same subnet IP. So here if you see, you have 192.168.1.1 here also 1.4/24. So all are using the same subnet, so we cannot configure the same subnet here and here. Means if you have one router also, router is having two interface, you cannot configure here and here same subnet IP. If you configure, you will get the IP overlapping error and you cannot do. You need to use the different network, different subnet, different IP address of the different network. So, but your manager is saying we need to deploy the firewall here, checkpoint or any firewall here, but you should not change the subnet. Here we have the complexity. We don't want to disturb anything, whatever the network, whatever IP schema, whatever the network ID, network subnets they are using, don't disturb anything, but you can deploy. So in that case we will deploy the checkpoint as a bridge mode. We are calling as a bridge mode, we will say. So in that scenario we will deploy as a bridge mode. We can say like we can deploy the bridge mode, but there is a limitation. You cannot put all the feature of the, you cannot use all the feature of the checkpoint, but you can create the policy and you can make the control on this device. Like everyone is accessing all the server, you want to allow some devices, you don't want to allow some devices, then we can use the checkpoint and we can configure as a bridge mode. Then we can create the policy and we can have the control. So what we can say here, if you don't want to change the subnet here, whatever the LAN site and the DMZ, we can say demilitarized zone here, and here is a LAN zone. So here both sides, if you are using the same subnet and you don't want to change anything, no problem, we can deploy the Palo Alto firewall, FortiGate firewall, or what we can say checkpoint, as we are doing the checkpoint. So checkpoint firewall we can deploy as a layer 2 deployment. We are calling as a bridge mode. So you can configure this 2 port like a bridge. So we can bridge these 2 ports and it look like they are connected directly, and here they can start talking to each other. This end devices will talk to this server. But here you have the limitation. Some feature of the software blade and deployments are not supported in the bridge mode. Like you can say IPsec VPN software blade will not work, high availability will not work, NAT will not work, like that. Some feature of the, what we can say, checkpoint will not work if you deploy in the bridge mode. But anyhow, your manager told you need to deploy in the bridge mode. Your manager told he don't want to change the subnet, so no worries, we will not change any subnet. So let me do the lab now. We will see how we can deploy. I will give the name as a bridge mode checkpoint. and then I will create the new lab, and here I can take the checkpoint. This is the checkpoint I have here. If you want to increase the RAM, you can increase, but whatever is the default one, I am taking that one only. And here I need the cloud. This is the cloud management cloud I am using. We can give MGMT or anything. We are managing this cloud. We can say vSmart, or like we are managing with this first interface here. And then what we can say here, example, I will take 2 switches. So we can say this is a switch. By default you will have the switch. So take 2 switch. So I will keep SW and quantity 2. I will take icon. I can change as a switch here. Go here and select which icon you need. So I will take the switch icon this here. Okay. So this is a switch. I will say one switch is LAN side, one switch is in DMZ. So I will connect to this interface here. I will connect this to this interface here. And this name we can edit. We can say this is a switch 1. Our wish, we can give any name, and here I will say this is a switch 2. And after that we can take some computer also and some server. So if you want to take server, you can take the server also. We have the web server, all that one. Or what I can do, simple way, take this router. Okay, I can take like one router is enough just for testing purpose. Okay, so here I will give the SRV. Okay, and this one I will add an icon. I can give as a server icon, so it look like a server. Any server we can say like this, and click add here. So this one is the server we can say. In the DMZ zone we have here. Let me power on this device because this checkpoint will take time. And here we can take any client PC, or I can say VPC also. This VPC, if you want to just ping, then you can take this one. If you want to send only ping from endpoints, or if you want to access the web services, then better take the window XP. We have window 10 and window 11. Any one window we can take. Here I need to increase RAM, or we can keep same also. Anyhow, I increase the RAM here. I will connect this here, and we need to assign IP. Let me power on this device also, because the window 11 I am using. It will take time and power on this device. We need to do the configuration here. So same subnet we are using. So I will write here 192.168.1.0/24. This will be subnet we are using everywhere. Means this one we are using inside, outside, everywhere. This is a subnet. Here also we are having same subnet. Here also we are having the same subnet, both side. So IP, what IP we will give means, here we can say this PC will have 192.168.1.1 here, and the other PC we can give the IP as here this side we can give the IP as 192.168.1.2, and the other side, because we don't want to change any network, so whatever the IP schema they are using, we need to use the same thing. So same subnet IP we have. Okay, and here I can open this firewall, and let's see, here it is ready, so we can log in. Admin is a username, and already I shown you in our previous class, whatever you set up the password you can type, so you will be logging inside this one. Okay, so now here we can check what IP we are using, and after that we can type that IP here to access that firewall. So here what I can do here, we can check, we can write here show interface. Okay, show interface ETH0, because this ETH0, the Ethernet 0 we are using here, and you can see we are having this IP. So if you want to access this firewall, we need to type this IP in our browser, because our management is connected here, this interface as we configure before, and this is the IP I have. In case if you are using different IP, you can change also. There is a command, you can change the IP. Like if you want to set up the other IP also, you can do that one. Later I will show you. there is a set interface Ethernet IPv4 address and give the IP address and marks length and give 24 and you can save the configuration. Okay, but here I have the same thing whatever I need, so no need to change anything. Just copy this IP address from here to here and type in the browser. This IP should be same subnet what you are having, UIVNG subnet, both subnet should be same. Okay, then only you can access. So here I will put enter, I need to access here, so let me write here https : and this one here, and you can see click advanced proceed. So this is the Gaia portal. I want to access this one, right? Admin is a username and password whatever we set up at that time, we will use that one only. And now I will log in. So you can see I log in here. So once you log in, you need to do the installation. Click next, and here you can take whatever you have here, the version. Click next, and whatever the IP, I don't want to change any IP, whatever I have I am keeping the same thing. Just click next, and here whatever name, example you want to give CheckPoint, you can give CheckPoint name. DNS if you want you can give, but even if you don't want to give the DNS, no problem in this scenario, because here we are just, what we can say, we are deploying this as a bridge mode in between. So even if I keep empty, no problem, or if you want to give, you can give also DNS 8.8.8 like. But even though, because we are not using any domain name anything and we don't want to translate anything, so I can keep empty also. If you want you can give also. So then click, and here already it is taken the time here. So if you see here, India time already there. So click next, and I want to install this both. So click next, and security gateway, security management, both we need to install and automatically download. So click next and use the default whatever we have. I don't want to create any new administrator now, later we can do also. Click next, and I can access this firewall with any IP. So I will say yes, any IP, and no need to send anything. Click yes and click yes. It will reload, and it will, what we can say, it will do the initial configuration whatever we done. So till they do initial configuration, here we can go and we can assign the IP. So let me go here, I will open, let me assign the IP here. I can write here IP address, IP, what IP I want to give, 192.168.1.1/24. okay, and I can check, I can save the IP. Let me save and write show IP. So we have the IP already we assign here, and for this computer I need to assign the IP. This is the Windows 11 we are using. So let me check here, password I think test123, and we can go inside and we can do the configuration. Till they will, for this process the first time configuration wizard will take some time. So till that time we can do the other thing. Okay, so here I have the Windows 11, so I can go here, or let me open this in the run. In the run I have run here. In run I can write ncpa.cpl. So it will open the LAN card, and here I can assign the IP. So here I am using IPv4, so this one, double click. Here I will assign the IP. So I will write 192.168.1.2, and whatever that, I don't have any gateway, subnet mask only I have. So I will assign here, that's all. Okay, and if you want to check what IP we configure, you can write here IP config and you can check here. Okay, and this one is okay. If you want to open any browser, we can open the browser also. Until that time, let's go and configure the server. This is actually router. This router we can configure as a server also. If you remember HTTPS services we can enable. So let's go here. I will write here, change the name of this router as a SRV1, and I will write enable password. I can give ABC, and I can write user, I can create the user ABC and the password ABC, and I need to assign the IP interface. What interface we are using here, if you see F0 by 0. So what IP we want to configure, IP address Here if you see, we are using 192.168.1.3, so I will configure 192.168.1.3, give space 255.255.255.0 and write no shut. I save the configuration and I can enable here IP, HTTP, IP. There is some services. Let me check what service I want to enable. HTTP services, or let me come out first. IP, HTTP, you have a lot of service. Secure port, IP, HTTP, secure port. We have some command here for secure port I can use. Okay. Let me write here. What port they are giving? 443. We can use this also. Okay, and I can do telnet configuration line with UI 024 and here login local. So I done just basic some configuration. IP, HTTP services server, IP, HTTP server, port 80 also I will enable here. So I done the basic thing. After that, if you try to do here, like if you want to ping this IP 192.168.1.3, it will not work. So let's try, because still firewall we did not configure. So if I write ping -t 192.168.1.3, it will not work. Okay, this is a 1.3, this server I am pinging from this PC. So destination host unreachable is coming, and here which one, this interface F0/0 duplex we have half by default, so I will write full, so we will not get duplex mismatch error. Okay, so just I done the basic configuration. I enable this a port 80 here, I enable the port 443 also, LAN VTY telnet I configure. Just ping, if you are able to ping from here to here, that's all. Okay, but anyhow I done this. Now here still it is taking time to go for the first time initial configuration. Here I done everything whatever we need to do. Now what we need to do means, here we will go inside and we will make these two interface as a bridge. Okay, after that what we need to do, we need to create one policy, because without policy this they will not allow, because in the firewall by default you have the policy that is going to deny from this traffic from this interface to this interface. So what we need to do, we need to allow. So for policy you need to use the SmartConsole. Already you watch our video, you know SmartConsole. SmartConsole we need to download. Okay, already I shown you in our previous video, you can see that one. Anyhow I will show here also. Let's see, I will pause the video because it will take time, else it will take lot of time, and what we can say, video become lengthy. So let me pause the video. Once this one is finished, I will unpause the video. So if you see still it is taking here time, so I will keep video paused only till all this will finish. Okay, for you also it will take time, you need to wait, or you can increase the RAM of the firewall also, so it will boot up fast. But anyhow no worries, we need to wait. Just we can see here, see it is done. Now you can say okay, it will reboot, so I will say yes, so the system will restart. You can see this is a firewall, this one firewall CLI, it is rebooting. Okay, you can see with the GUI also and with the CLI also. If you see, it is rebooting, it is rebooting here. So we need to wait for some time. You can see here also, please wait while the system is rebooting. So once we configure everything whatever we need, just click next, what I shown you. After that wait for some time, it will reboot. So here see, this one is window 11, destination host unreachable only, because still firewall is not ready, and here firewall is initializing now. They are doing some self test and starting now, so we need to wait for some more time. Here please wait while system reboot. Okay, so this is our topology. Here see, observe, same subnet everywhere, you have the same subnet here and here. So now with this policy you can control who can access or not. So to control the user to access particular server, we can deploy the Palo Alto firewall in the bridge mode if you don't want to change this subnet. Okay, so let's see here, where is the firewall? I think it came up now. I can log in. I can try to log in with the CLI. Okay, so here I log in. Let's see here, still in the GUI it is booting only. In CLI I can log in, and the services, it will take some time to run the services, so we need to wait. Show interface ETH0, show interface ETH0. So you can see this is our interface. Okay, so same IP we have, this IP we need to put here, and see here it came now, the name what we give CP, it came. This is a Gaia portal. If you want to access with GUI, you need to log in here. Here you can configure the interface, but you cannot do the, what we can say, policy configuration. If you want to do the policy configuration, you need to go to the SmartConsole. So see here we are inside and this configuration is locked here. You need to click here to unlock. After that you can change the configuration. And here if you see to manage this one, you can see manage software blade using SmartConsole. So from here you can click and download and install, click next, and you can install that one. Okay, you can click and next, you can install. That is a SmartConsole. Already I have here this one, already I shown you how to install. So this one is already there. We can just put the IP, what IP we are using. So here we have the IP 17. Okay, and password what we set, we need to give that one, but it will take time to connect because all the services is not started, so it will give you some error. You need to wait for some time. After that all services is started, then it will connect. So no worries. Let's see here, you can see whatever interface we have here. Now you need to learn how you can configure the interface as a bridge. This interface Ethernet 2 and 1 you need to make as a bridge. So we are going to learn now that one. Okay, so here this is a Gaia portal. When you log in, actually when you log in you will you will land here. So what you can do, you can go here, this is the interface. Here you have the interface. If you want to see the static route, this is a static route. By default you will have like this, so no worries. Now first go to interface here, and which interface, you can see this is the interface which we are using to manage this firewall. Already we have the IP, but now you need to bridge the interface. Which interface you want to bridge, you can use that one. So here ETH0, ETH1, Ethernet 1 and 2, sorry 1 and 2, not 0, 0 we are using here, 1 and 2. So here go add, click bridge, and here you can give any command like ABC or bridge, anything you can write. After that which interface you want to bridge, bridge number you can give anything, I will give 20, any number you can give. And which interface we told, Ethernet 1 and 2. So here you can select 1 and add here, select 2, add here, this came here, and no need to assign any IP, just click this. Okay, so you bridge this one, you can see this interface is up. So just you select and you add and click OK. After that when you see here this bridge is up, and this one you done the configuration here. After that you need the SmartConsole. If you don't have, you can download from here, or here also you have some option in the maintenance, you will get some here, where is the download, from here also you can download by clicking this one. In the maintenance you have here download SmartConsole and click here, same thing, you can download from here or you can download from here. Already I downloaded, and here see it is connected here. It is connected here when I put the IP, and this is a fingerprint. So if you want to verify the fingerprint, whatever we type here, you can verify that one also. So here in this one, if you see, you are inside the CLI, means example, what is this fingerprint means, like you are connected the firewall with the SmartConsole. With the SmartConsole, what you can do, you can create the policy, you can create the NAT policy, you can create the security policy, you can do security stuff from here, and here you can assign IP and you can do the static root and all the other stuff routing here. But policy creation we can do from here. So here you put the IP address of the firewall, that is 192.168.17.50, and you want to make sure you are logging the correct firewall, then you can compare the fingerprint what is written here and whatever is written in the CLI of that firewall. So how we can do means, this is simple only, you can type the command here to verify that one. There is one command, let me show you here. Okay, let me type here. So here how we can check, you can write here like cp config and press enter, and when you put here cp config, you will see here where is the fingerprint option here, this one 81. Okay, 81 or this one. So you will write here 8 and press enter. So you can see here what you are getting here, same thing is there or not from here to here. DAM, BUNT, WLT, REB. Why we will cross check means, we are making sure we are logged into the correct firewall with the SmartConsole. So both are same, so then we can proceed here. Okay, and you can minimize this. So when you proceed here, after that it will launch the SmartConsole, and you can check window 11 is still you are getting the request timeout because the configuration is done, but here policy is dropping here because we don't have any policy. And here SmartConsole, you can see you log in here in the SmartConsole and you can click the security policy. In that one you have the access control here, below that one you have the policy. You can see we have the default policy, any drop here, so you can allow here, you can click here. We can create separate policy also, later we will create separate policy, but now for simplicity the existing policy we will take. We are saying any source, from source anyone, go to destination anyone with any VPN, any services, except means allow, and here you can select the log. So whatever activity happening, it will log here and it will show here later. So you can select, and after that you need to click publish and click publish. Publish means it is going to publish this one. Then after that you need to install this policy. So you click here, so it will push inside the firewall. So here I am installing the policy. So first you need to do configuration, then publish, then install. And here if you see it is installing here, you can see here. If you want to see, double click this, click detail, it will open and you can see it is pushing, installation in progress. So 50% policy installation in progress. So you need to wait. Once this policy is done, yeah, here finalizing, now it is completed. So you can check this started here. Okay, so what is started means this window 10 or window 11 is pinging to this server. Before it is not working. Same subnet you have, you are using the firewall, just we configure the two interface as a bridge. Okay, and then after that we create the policy, anything going from here to here allow, that's all. And in the browser also, if you want to type, you can type 192.168.1.3 and press enter. You have the login from here. This is a web server what we configure. I think ABC, I give the username and password. So I will write ABC and then ABC, press enter. You can see here you are inside this server. So this one we configure as a web server. So you can see here this is a web server. And if you want to check here, you can check, you can show diagnostic log. You can see if you want to execute any command here, you can write show IP interface brief. And you can see this IP we configure here to this server. So you are accessing this server. You are pinging also this server. Here you can see you are pinging, and also you are able to access the web services here. Whatever web services we have in this server we configure. Actually this is a router. We configure this router as a web services, web server. and we can access from here. And also if you want to use this VPC, you can ping from VPC also, 192.168.1.3, and reply is coming. So what we done, we deploy the checkpoint firewall here, but if you see this side and other side, both side we are using the same subnet. So if you deploy this checkpoint firewall as a layer 3 deployment, then here IP subnet will be different, here will be different. But your manager told they don't want to change any IP schema, but they want to deploy the checkpoint to control this device to access this server, whatever servers you have here. So we deploy the firewall in the bridge mode, and you can see here, go to interface, here you can see bridge. So you created this bridge, okay, and you added this two interface in that bridge. That's all. Okay, so with this we finish the, what we can say, how to configure the checkpoint in the bridge mode. In our next video we are going to learn the another topic. Okay, thank you, bye.